What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Greataxe Gaming. I am Jax, and we are back with Hiveswap Friendsim. Last time we did L-word, so this time we are going to do Cuprum and Follicle. Follicle? I guess that's right, Follicle. Wandering deeper into the city, you wash up on the shores of what looks like a rougher part of town. Comparatively, everything about Alternative is rough, but down here the streets get narrower, dingier. The buildings are run down. Streetlights flicker, and the patrolling drones look less inclined to serve and protect, and more likely to shoot you and claim it was self-defense. Ha! The real world is sad. You haven't seen any tracks, but if you had, this place would definitely be on the wrong side of them. Again, emphatically, you don't know what you're talking about. Everything you know has been gleaned from exceedingly painful trial by fire. But this looks like the sort of place no one cares about except the people who live here. A noisy group of patrols spills onto the street up ahead, and you quickly duck behind a row of garbage cans. You have recently become gun-shy around groups, especially since most of these guys look fancy and are wearing symbols in varying shades of blue. Nope, that is fair. Blue bloods are scary. Not to generalize, but blue bloods here are starting to freak you out. Everybody here messes with you, but the higher castes do it with government sanction. Hey! Demon was a fucking delight. Don't you... Shush. In fact, Demon, I can't remember her name, Polypa, I think it was, the cowgirl. Hell, even the assassin and the aviator, they were all great. The low bloods are fine. These particular blue bloods all look as lost as you did several friends ago, gazing around in varying flavors of amusement and frustration. They glance nervously between each other and looming buildings on either side. La 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 la. With a hot jolt of adrenaline, you realize that you aren't the only person hiding in a pile of garbage. There's someone else. Two someones, actually. What you initially take as one large lumpy troll resolves on second glance into two smaller trolls, a girl and a boy. The girl is clinging to the boy's back like a very greasy sloth. It looks like a pretty precarious position, in your opinion. You've recently become an expert in falling down. You're both skinny and stringy, and damn! You thought that smell was from the garbage, but it might be them. La 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 la, blues busy living their pathetic lives, walking out of their hives straight into a trap. Idiots never see it coming. You ask if they mean the trolls out on the street. Probably you should just mind your own business, but when the fuck have you ever done that before? Also, it's nice to see someone else besides you getting mocked for once. You kind of want to join in on the mocking. Who the fuck are you? Where'd you come from? A trash creature, born out of the trash. Well, so much for not getting mocked. These two are probably equal opportunity mockers, though. They mock everyone, kind of like Polypa had been with murder. They keep sniggering. So Polypa was the assassin. She was awesome. I cannot... That's going to bug me. I really liked the cowgirl, but I can't remember her name. They keep sniggering. You can't help but thinking you are being called out. Save. Save, yes. Take it lying down. You never thought about what a weirdly sexual idiom that is. Regardless, you decide to swallow your protests. Hey, that's pretty sexual also. Thanks, English language. You don't want to start a friendship with hostility. If you had parents, they would have told you that two wrongs don't make a right. You could argue it isn't worth it trying to befriend people who open up with insults, but that's just how people are here. You gotta roll with it or get out of town. And since you literally can't go anywhere, you'll just roll, and you really, really want more friends. Addiction is a powerful thing. You admit that you don't have a lusus and that you are pretty used to insults these days. You include an effective shrug to demonstrate just how easily everything rolls off your back. You add in a contrite little kick at the pavement and hang your head, even if you aren't quite sure what you did wrong. La rusty dunks on their own damn self. Don't have to do shit. This could be kind of relaxing for us. The girl turns her weird, spidery face towards you. You should come hang out. Wait, what? You want to hang out with this bottom feeder? They look like a huge drag. I already have enough dead weight with your ass to drag around. Oh man, you really hit the jackpot with these guys. Two friends for the price of one. To answer your earlier question that you may have forgotten you asked, Cuprum hacked their palm husk GPSs to bring them down here.
These can't do shit without their fancy tech.
Okay, I'm going to actually go back because I want to see what the this one's obviously the ending option. You put it to them offhandedly that perhaps that is they are who are trash creatures, since they are the ones who smell like they've been rolling in it for the past few days. For some reason, this makes them laugh even harder.
Cuprum, check out the badass we got here. My feeling freaky cullbait nerdlord talks back. Why don't you run and cry about it?
Yeah, go and tell your lusus on it. The girl tugs at the boy's hair, and then they're off, cackling and running up the street with a weird, stumbling gait. Bye! They leave you all on your lonesome, fresh friendship opportunities withering on the vine. You probably dodged a bullet, but you can't prevent the oncoming... Game over. It's for the best. Probably, but you know me. Friendship. Let's go ahead and pick up where we left off here. The Blue Bloods are all arguing now. So, just to recap, he hacked the palm husks and now they're arguing. Somebody throws a punch. You figure it's a good prank, if a little mean-spirited. Folkia stops yanking on Kupram's hair and looks at you. Wow, you really are pretty basic. Hey, Kupram. She gives his hair... Fuck! Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Phone calls are inconvenient. She gives his hair another yank like it's reins and he's her horse. Kupram grins, showing a bunch of big, blunt teeth. He raises a hand that crackles with white-hot energy. Your stomach clenches and your feet leave the pavement just enough for your toes to drag along the ground as you float over to him. For a few seconds, you have zero control of your body. Kupram lets you go, and you land hard enough on your heels to make your ankles twinge. One of the flickering street lights shines down on Follicle's face. What you had initially taken as deep black sets of eyes are actually no eyes. They are black holes in her face. It looks super creepy and also super painful. Yeah, so what? You think I would just have eyes like some kind of normie? You would never accuse her of that. That isn't really a word you have in your lexicon.
Lol.
He keeps doing that. Saying the word instead of laughing. It's actually one hell of a power play.
Goddamn idiot doesn't know a case of void rot when they see it. Have you never met a gold blood before?
You have, but you aren't sure if Sarava counts. They're an internet celebrity, for one thing. For another, they have eyes. Well, one eye, and the other one wasn't lost to void rot, whatever the hell that is. You wonder if that's why she's on top of Kupram. He's some kind of combination steed and seeing eye dog. Void rot means my body doesn't retain energy like it's supposed to. Just look it up on Gorgle. It means I'm dying constantly, all the time. You almost point out that technically everyone is dying all the time, but you sense that this isn't the moment for fake deep fuckery. That sounds like it blows, though. You tell her how sorry you are. What do you mean? Why would you be sorry? You didn't do anything. Besides, stand there looking ugly.
Idiot thinks it makes a difference. Like what they think actually matters, la la la. Can't wait for Trissa to take this one down to the coalfields for a little R&R.
Rest and relaxation? That sounds nice, actually.
Rampage and rending.
Ah. Wow, and here was me thinking we could get through a whole conversation without breaking up precious Trissa.
Lol, Trissa rules. I love Trissa.
I know, dipshit. You rack your recent memory, trying to figure out if you know what a Trissa is. Or who. Well, I mean, probably that. Trissa is basically the third member of this relationship, considering how goddamn horny you are. To get her cybernetic tentacles up in you. Wow.
What? Is that supposed to make me feel bad? Sounds great, actually.
You watch too many Eastern Alternian pornography.
It'll be way better than sitting around with you, always sucking me dry.
This sure is something you're witnessing right now. Must be that Black Rom stuff Zebra fills you in on briefly. You cock a hip and compliment them on the obviously incredibly healthy pitch romance they've got going on here. Because, as everyone knows, there's nothing two people in a lover's spat like more than someone interrupting them to spout random bits of cultural knowledge. That separates them. Metaphorically, at least. Physically, Folkill stays clinging to Kupram's back.
Wrong again, fuckbulge.
We're pale.
So pale.
Oh, pale. That's the nice one. The petty one where you talk about your feelings and then don't have sex. What? You got something to say? You guys seem like you have a wonderful, stable relationship.
Right.
Glad you understand. You don't feel great about this. It's not cool to tell lies, especially not to your new friends. But it's also not cool to neg your rad new friends' relationships. It's assuming you don't know how the fuck any of this works. I mean, honestly, that is kind of a friendship. Shitting on each other and mocking each other constantly while also being there for each other. Yeah, that's... I mean, I could see that kind of being pale. Honestly, you should probably just come up with some sort of mnemonic for how little you know about anything at all. You don't know what that means. YDKWTM. You'll workshop it.
You actually seem okay. Obviously a huge normie freak, but okay.
I wonder what kind of people Kupram has been hanging out with if he thinks you look normal. At this point, you're... what? Dressed in a bathrobe, sunburned, slathered in sparkly lotion, and probably a bunch of other stuff you can't remember right now. His friends must really look wild. You hope whoever those friends are will be your friends too. You aren't picky about looks. The group of blue bloods on the street, maybe they could use some friends too? Getting the vapors the thought of all these potential connections. You start around the dumpster to find out. Kupram grabs the back of your shirt. Where do you think you're going?
Idiot tries to make decisions for themselves. The decisions are bad. Nobody's fucking surprised, la la la.
Also, I'm sorry, I hate him! Like, I mean, I understand the concept, but he's a fucking Redditor! Look at him! Talks in what is essentially green text, uses the phrase fucking normies. Woof! I am sorry. Woof. I should not have gotten that heated. What the fuck is my hair doing? I should not have gotten that heated. What was the green screen doing? You point out very respectfully that these people look pretty lost and confused. You assume the prank is over now. Everyone can shake hands and go on as friends. This is idiotic, considering what you have learned about Alternia up until now.
Not a prank. This is war.
It's not over until all of them are dead or crying. Well, okay. As long as you aren't the one dead or crying. None of the Highbloods look close to doing either, though. They are standing in this clump in the center of the street, nervous but fine. This is just a minor inconvenience, like a flat tire or a spilled cup of coffee. They've been lured to sums by some greasy nerds, but Folkel and Cuprum don't seem to plan on doing anything besides watching and giggling. One of the Blue Bloods, a smallish girl with a cerulean symbol on her hair clips, is standing a little apart from the group, furiously texting.
That feeling when a dirty blue blood girl starts losing her cool.
Should have known one of them would crack. You aren't sure what's going on. Yasug. Still not great. Wiggler's calling in the damn drones. Usually Highbloods won't go running to them like that. Don't want to admit Lowbloods got one over on them.
When you get owned, fucking own it.
That could go on a she-shirt. Folka and Cuprum seem bummed that their prank is going to end so fast and with so little damage done. But isn't that the point of a prank? That everyone gets out of it relatively unscathed? Anything more and it becomes an assault. Overhead there's a whir and a clank. Loud, but not loud enough for you to prepare you for the damn flying bus coming in for a landing on the street. Holy shit! You don't think you've ever been so excited about public transportation. You are confident that continuing your ramble across this alien world is the best thing for you, but gosh, it would be nice to rest your feet for a little while. Even better, none of the trolls getting on the bus seem to have any money or travel passes. Perfect! You don't have any of those things either. Okay, no! No, at this point, even the main character of this game would not be stupid enough to do this. Come on! Blue Bloods, every single one has manipulated and tortured me. So, what's the solution? Get on an enclosed space, surrounded by drones, full of people that like to manipulate and torture me. Everybody has made it clear that because I'm an alien with red blood, I will get murdered. You start on the trash pile again, and this time 2 pairs of hands grab you on the back of your shirt. Dude, where the hell are you going? You quickly explain that you want to catch the bus before it takes off again. You have no idea how long it'll be before another one arrives. Folkel and Cuprum look at you like you're crazy. Well, Cuprum looks at you and Folkel looks kind of over your shoulder. Can you call it looking if someone doesn't have eyes?
Listen, I know we make jokes about the intelligence of everyone around us. It's just our thing. But are you actually mentally handicapped?
You can't just get on a chartered scuttle buggy. That's for cerulean and up. Maybe teal if they've got a death wish. This damn hemospectrum thing again. You really need someone to sit down and explain exactly how all of this works. Perfectly without calling you an idiot the whole time. Or hitting on you. Rainbow. That's it. Main character here, dumbass. Just seems so arbitrary. At least the oppressive power structures from your planet makes it. They do not. In fact, it's just as bullshit, if not more so. Well, no, they don't actually, but you're used to them, which makes them better. Nope. And more acceptable. Nope. You hang back as all the Blue Bloods get on the bus. It occurs to you that even though it was their prank that lured the Blue Bloods down here, Folkil and Cuprum had to watch it all unfold from behind a dumpster. They don't dare do anything head on. Not that you support just randomly attacking people in the street, but it is kind of fucked up that only a certain kind of violence is acceptable, aimed in a very specific direction. Judging from how easily Cuprum picked you up with his brain, he could hold it own in a fight, no problem. The bus takes off, blasting a backdrift that rattles the empty cans and crumpled bits of garbage in the gutter. Stillness descends on the alley. Wow, that was anticlimactic. Cuprum said they were calling the drones, but a bus came instead. Maybe the calling the drones can mean a bunch of things, like calling 911 can be reporting a robbery, assault, or someone's legs falling off. Or that's what you think until you hear the distant but quickly closing pound of giant footsteps. Fuck! Time to go. Fulka wraps her arms more securely around Cuprum and takes off, like literally takes off. At first you think he's wearing those shoes with the little wheels on the bottom, the kind kids wear to crash into their stuff at the mall. But no, he's hovering a half an inch up the ground. You have to run to keep up with him, and your steps are distressingly loud on the pavement. A familiar weightlessness shoots through your limbs, settling in your guts. Energy crackles around you, picking you up off the ground and pulling you along behind them. He has enough power to float both of you at once, all the while carrying his girlfriend on his back. You don't know much about psychics, idkmap, but that is pretty damn impressive. The three of you round a corner and you forget all about being impressed because you were too busy freaking the fuck out. You were so busy about worrying about the drone coming from behind that you did not consider the possibility of one closing in from the front. This one is smallish, but still a lot bigger than you. And a lot spinier. And a lot more endowed with dangerous lasers. And it's focused on the three of you instead of someone else. You Fulcrum and Fulkill and Cooper make a similar noise. It goes a little bit like smash. The smash at the end comes from Fulcrum picking all three of you up with his brain and tossing you, just as a drone shoots a laser out of its torso. Blasts into the pavement where you've been standing into craggy, smoky chunks. You tumble feet over ass into the alleyway. A concerning pain twinges through your healing ribs, but you are just so used to injuries at this point you barely wince. What's more concerning is Fulkill. The blast rips her off of Cooper and sends her in the opposite direction, against the alley wall with you. She immediately curls up into a ball, like a pill bug with a lot of hair. She doesn't respond when you ask her if she's okay, and you aren't sure if you should touch her. You shouldn't move injured people, right? Especially not injured people with a void rot. I'm fine. I'll live. Oh fuck. The drone had a 50-50 chance of coming in your direction instead of Cooper's, and surprise! It did! It moves altogether way too fast for something that size. Aren't big things supposed to be slow? That's what video games taught you. Video games wouldn't lie, would they? Dark Souls disagrees. Fuck, shit, hell. You've come all this way, dodged so many dangers, and made so many friends, and now you're just going to get lazy by some huge, spiky robot monster thing. Are they even robots? They look kind of organic, but so do, like, the couches here. But you digress. It's going to kill you. But instead of dealing you a quick, fatal blow, the drone stops in the center of the street. Its big, ugly head swivels towards Fulkill. Oh god. Is it possible you found someone more cullable than you are? I'll tell you, it doesn't seem like the great place to be the weakest link. As usual, you're next to useless. All you can do is watch as the drone takes heavy steps towards her. Desperate, you kick a nearby trash can. You shout. You make as much noise as you can trying to draw its attentions. Once you have it, you aren't sure what you're going to do with it, but you aren't worried about that right now. The drone grinds to an uncertain halt. Its head slowly turns back to you, then back to Fulkill. It can't make up its mind. Should it go for the void rot or the noisy asshole? You look around for weapons while it's frozen in indecision. There's nothing here but empty bottles and tiny pieces of concrete. You really are a worthless wreck. Your new friend is about to get stomped or blasted or kicked with a giant metal leg, and all you can do is hop around like a maniac and smash a trash can. Fuck. Lucky for you, for once, you're not the only one here. Your new friend already has a friend. You're really friend crashing here. Cooper doesn't screw around. He rises up on a wave of power, attacking the drone by, well, basically just putting his hands on its big ugly head and discharging as much energy as possible, frying whatever brainstem the thing has. You try to be at least a little bit useful and drag Fulkill out of the way of the drone as it falls, but it doesn't fall, it just shuts down. The evil red glow of its eyes dies and it just goes still. It becomes just a giant ugly statue of an alien robot in the middle of a filthy street. Cooper drops like a rock, and before he's even out of the air, he's on his way to Fulkill. He shoves you out of the way.
Full, are you okay? Please say you're okay. What the fuck, Full?
Fulkill buries her face in Cooper's chest, her two little fists clinging tight to his arms. Her shoulders rise and fall. She's taking huge breaths, like she can't get her lungs to work right. Do trolls even have lungs? They probably call them something weird. Respiratory sacs, breath glands, suck sphincters. I'm fine. Idiot. You had a snide comment all ready to go, considering appreciating your loved ones while you can before a big-butted monster comes and squishes them, but sitting here watching Cooper hold Fulkill like he never wants to let her go, well, all your snide drains into a puddle at your feet. You don't know them. You don't know their life. Their relationship might not be the healthiest, but honestly, whose is? You've seen some really bad shit, both here and back home.
Hey, you okay, dork?
Yeah, you really are, thanks to them. Aww. Okay, that's actually really cute. I like it. Now time to ruin everything. You guys really don't seem like you have your shit together. You mentioned just offhandedly, chill at hell, that they might have a few things they need to work on. No pressure or anything. It's just, this is the sort of stuff a helpful friend does. Mentions shortcomings and crappy relationship dynamics. Hell, having friends is great. Light glitters on Cooper's goggles, even as it's sucked into a black hole of Fulcrum's not eyes.
You calling me out? You coming into my hive and spouting this shit?
You point out that this is a trash heap, though you don't want to judge. You might have a trash hive. It's a figure of speech. Kind of like go fuck yourself. Both of them look pissed, but Cooper looks extra pissed.
I know what this is. You're out to steal my girl. You really think you can give Fall what she needs? What she craves?
He's making it sound like it's a fetish rather than a medical condition. Maybe it's both.
You really want to come at me, motherfucker?
Hairs on your back of your neck stand on end. That's how loud he yells. Or maybe it's the crackles of energy slowly emanating from his pores and building like a sine wave. At you first, you think it's just you finally cracking under all the pressure, but it's usually it's really happening. And look at her! She's just fine with this. A glow of white-hot electricity rolls up his arms and shoulders and into Fulkill, where it travels over the length of her body and centers where her eyes should be. She shivers and lets out a short, slightly lewd sound. Her hands tighten in Cooper's wild hair. Man, you shouldn't be watching this. You are blushing something fierce, but okay. I think you get what's going on. A kind of symbiosis. His energy overflows when he's upset, and Fulkill sucks up the energy to treat her void rat. He is her giant battery. You remember Sarava mentioning that powerful Goldbloods tend to have a tendency to get harvested for their energy. Maybe Cooper is one of those powerful psychics. He wishes. Triss is going to chew him up and spit him out. Then I'm going to have to find another sucker to leech off of. Folkiel is looking at you, considering. Well, you aren't actually sure if she can see you. Definitely not with those eyes, since she doesn't have... Definitely not with her eyes, since she doesn't have those. Maybe she's like a cricket. Don't they hear with their legs or some horse shit like that?
What? This guy? Please.
Sure, why not? I'm getting sick of your shit anyways. Oh god, are they breaking up right in front of you? Uh-oh. Folkiel crawls off Coopram's back and starts across the filthy alley floor towards you, scuttly and bug-like. And now instead of yelling, Coopram is sniggering. Actual laughter, not lulls. It's a good sign, right? It's great when friends can laugh together, especially when shit gets awkward. No, because it means I'm gonna die! You think you can power me the way I need? Whoa. She's right in your face. She really, really needs a shower. But you don't have room to talk. It's been a long time since Tagora's ablution trap. Besides, judging someone based on their personal hygiene is shallow, right? So it's on the inside that counts. Yeah, you're sure that's the sort of thing that makes you deep? Seriously, you have so much love to give. Friend love is what you are all about. Maybe this is what all that desperation has been leading up to. Slow raising of your friendship level in order to reach this peak of unbelievable bro power. To free this young gold blood from a codependent relationship you've been conditioning your body, putting it through its paces, building up a tolerance to bullshit and just bathing in metaphorical resonance. Folkiel kisses you. Wow, that is friendly. Lots of people kiss their friends, you're pretty sure. Maybe? Yeah, you're super progressive. This is fine. You should have wished the first alien tongue you've had in your mouth didn't taste like Cheetos. But you can't have everything in this life. But holy shit, you're doing it. Uh-oh. You feel a rush of energy flow through you, lighting up your whole body and pouring into Folkiel, filling up to the brim with power she needs, power she craves. God, you are the best friend ever. It's you. You rock. You seriously,
Lol.
are the best. Oh, son of a bitch. You feel something warm on the back of your neck, and Cooper is giggling right next to your ear. Somehow, while you were busy kissing his girlfriend, he snuck up from behind and started kissing you too. While more just putting his mouth on you and moving his tongue around. He must be feeding psychic energy into you, with Folkiel sucking out of your mouth, dancing like a goddamn copper wire. You could maybe be into it if you weren't behind a dumpster, and if you were looking for something other than maybe some good old-fashioned wholesome friending. Cooper, fuck off, don't help. You aren't involved in this. Cooper is still laughing, and he's added the lulls back in, which is like even less when they're pressed to his neck. Oh! He steps back and the flood of energy lets up. You go from feeling like a light bulb to feeling like a steadily deflating balloon. Folkiel kisses you again. It still tastes like Cheetos, but it's also like dying. Like your entire body has been placed in a juicer and a giant is squeezing down. Your muscles twitch and drool drifts out of the corner of your mouth. Folkiel must be the only thing holding you up, because when she steps back, you slump to your knees, then go over onto your side. Your fall is broken by some old rotten fruit. Cool. Folkiel stands silhouetted against the street light in all her greasy glory. Thanks, Nori. That'll hold me for maybe like the next 15 minutes. A fog closes in as you light that filthy pavement. Is it the fog of death or just impending unconsciousness? You don't know. One thing is for sure, though. It is not the fog of impending friendship. Ew. Well, that's it for this episode. That was a lot shorter than I expected. But also, ew! I mean, not if that's not somebody's thing, but the whole, not bathing, greasy, Cheetos, God, that's not my thing. Anyways, if you liked the video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to buy me a coffee, the link is down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. I'm going to go take a shower. Thanks for watching. Later, y'all.